Hello, beautiful. How y'all doing today? I am Queen Lillie. Welcome to my live. This is Life Under Trump 121. Yes, Life Under Trump 121. As you all know, I have my own lipstick line, the Red Lipstick Hustler. And today I'm going to present to you, this is from my lip gloss duo collection, my brand, the Red Lipstick Hustler, and I have on the shade Prim and Proper. This is Prim and Proper that I have on. You can go to my website, IamLillieYoung.com, and get you some Prim and Proper. This is the shade I have on from my lipstick brand, the Red Lipstick Hustler Prim and Proper. Check it out. The link to my website to purchase my lipsticks from my brand, the Red Lipstick Hustler, the link is in my description. You can get yours today. The lipstick is at the top and the lip gloss is at the bottom. It's the lipstick duo by the Red Lipstick Hustler. Get you some. This particular shade is Prim and Proper. Yes, Prim and Proper. That's what I have on right now. The Red Lipstick Hustler is an organic lipstick. I love my lipstick. I wear my own brand every day. Check it out. Prim and Proper. This particular shade is Prim and Proper. Get you some from the Red Lipstick Hustler. Y'all, this is Life Under Trump, part 121. As I said previously, and I'm true to what I say, talking about Donald Trump can be rather tiresome, but I'm going to make it do what it do because the news is important, and just not listening to Fox News is important as well, because you're not going to get the true news watching Fox News, in my opinion, because they're only going to cater to Donald Trump. They're not going to tell the truth about him. For example, he's claiming to be 200-something pounds, which we know is a lie. And he claimed that the doctor said he's in the best health than any president. We all know that's not true. You can look at Donald Trump and tell he is very unhealthy. His eating habits are horrible. His body mass looks scary. You can look at this man's skin and tell he is not a healthy person at all. Hey, Queen Till, how you doing? Hey, King Allen. Hey, Queen, how y'all doing? Yes. So that's what we're talking about. I'm going to show y'all pictures because he's consistent with the lie that he is 200-something pounds. And I'm going to show you a ball player that plays football at, I think he's 300-something pounds, but he's a ball player. He's well built. The body looks amazing. So Donald Trump can't possibly be 200-something pounds like he's claiming. Again, I am wearing my lipstick brand, the Red Lipstick Hustler. And this particular shade is Prim and Proper. That's what I have on now. Organic lipsticks is from my lipstick duo collection. This particular shade is Prim and Proper that I have on. It is it's in the Nude family, a natural color. You stay on your bouginess wearing Prim and Proper, get you some. My website link is in my description. The Red Lipstick Hustler, Prim and Proper. I am wearing the shade right now, Prim and Proper. It is the lip gloss at the bottom and the lipstick is at the top. For my lipstick duo collection, check it out, the Red Lipstick Hustler on my website, and organic lipstick. Donald Trump needs to stop lying. There's no way possible that this man thinks that we believe that he is only 200-something pounds. Stop playing in our face. Like, really, Dunny. Stop playing in our face. We're not falling for the banana tailpipe. Chat, what y'all think about this? Donald Trump is stating that he is the healthiest president ever. Well, we beg to differ here at Queen Lillie. We beg to differ, Donnie. You cannot pull the wool of our eyes. We are not MAGA that's under your spell or your pissy depends. I'm not down there smelling it. I don't anticipate on getting down there smelling your pissy depends and falling for your lies. Nope, we're not doing it. One moment, you guys. I'm going to show y'all the story behind what I'm talking about. This man is delusional beyond delusional, you know? Thank y'all for coming to my live. I am Queen Lillie. You are welcome. You are valued. Let's be kind to one another in my chat, and we're going to have a good time. Hey, Miss Buzz. How you doing, Queen? Hello, 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 hello. One moment, please. I want to hurry up and find and show y'all this because, honey, Don Lennon is funny. He telling it like a T.I. is.
Trump is probably 6'1", 6'2". Okay? Look at him. And he's saying he's 225. You're lying. Look at that picture, guys. Come on now.
Donnie lies.
235 pounds on the right, and Donald Trump says he's 225 pounds on the left. What do you think?
Donnie made like a grandma.
6'1", 6'2". Okay? Look at him. And he's saying he's 225. You're lying. Look at that picture, guys. Come on now. This brother is 235 pounds on the right, and Donald Trump says he's 225 pounds on the left. What do you think? Donald Trump is probably 6'1", 6'2". Okay? Look at him.
He's definitely not 6'3". Yeah, if this man would lie about being 225 pounds when he's made of like somebody's grandma, Donald Trump does not look like a woman. He reminds me of somebody's grandma that's 90-something years old that just may be clunking over soon. And he's supposed to be, what, 79 years old and clunking over soon? No, Donnie, you look like you're somebody's 95-year-old grandmother. And I'm not BSing. I'm dead-ass serious. One moment. I'm going to show y'all this. This is the growing list of colleges that had their funding pulled by Donald Trump because they refused to do DEI removal. And I respect them for that because let me tell you something. They're going to raise that money for their schools. They're going to show Donald Trump that we don't need you. You're not the representation of the true Americans. They are not mega maggots going to run up behind Donald Trump, running to get down in his depends. No, they're not there. So I'm going to show you, and then I'm going to read it, okay? Uh-oh. I'm trying to stop the music so I don't get in trouble. But this is it. And I'm going to read it to you. Harvard, he cut $9 billion. Cornell, $1 billion. Yale, $777 million. Hopkins, $800 million. Northwestern, $790 million. Brown, $510 million. Columbia, $400 million. Princeton, $210 million. UPenn, $175 million. But he made sure he gave money in tax cuts to who? The billionaires. He's not concerned about you and our children. But I thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ that my daughter went to college at Georgia State University, one of the best colleges here in Georgia, and she graduated because I don't have to worry about my child not getting a great education. Because what Donald Trump is starting and he's actually doing, he's trying to stop black and brown people from getting their educations. And not just the black and brown, also you, MAGA. He doesn't want to see your children, your grandchildren become great. He want to be a king and look down on the peasants. That is what is happening in America. We got to wake up and become more vigilant because this man is a danger to this country. Again, my lipstick shade is prim and proper from my lipstick line, the Red Lipstick Hustler. Get you some. The link is in my description, okay? America is on its worst downfall ever. Worse than 2008 when Obama had to come in and fix the economy. Donald Trump promised his MAGA people that he was coming in to fix things, but he actually has torn down things and destroyed the country even more. And we're going to listen to Adam right quick, okay? Senator Adam Schiff right quick, okay?
Is here. And we saw it take place inside the Oval Office in a meeting between Donald Trump and the president of El Salvador. Here's the president of El Salvador saying that he will not return a man named Kilmar Abrego Garcia wrongfully sent out of the United States in violation of a court order.
Do you plan to return him?
Well, Bush was not suggesting that I smuggle terrorists into the United States, right?
It's always
How can I smuggle?
He's not
how
a
can I return him
terrorist.
to the United States? Like I smuggle him into the United States, or whether I do it, of course, I'm not going to do it. It's like
This man is evil like Donald Trump.
That's right. He says it's preposterous to suggest that he could return a man that was wrongfully sent to his country and is
BS.
now languishing in a maximum security prison.
BS.
But more important than what Mr. Bukele said is what Donald Trump said. Here's Donald Trump in that meeting.
Yeah, I said homegrowns are next. The homegrowns. You got to build about 5 more places. Yeah.
So that's right. There's Donald Trump saying, we want to send you more people. In fact, we want to send you homegrown people. We want to send you American citizens for you to imprison in maximum security prison in El Salvador.
Yep, that's what he said.
So why is this a constitutional crisis? It is a constitutional crisis because the administration is under a court order to return this wrongfully deported man to the United States, to facilitate his return. And far from taking any step to facilitate his return, in that meeting in the White House, Donald Trump essentially told the Supreme Court to pound sand. Because far from what he says is what he doesn't say. And that is nowhere in that entire meeting does the President of the United States ask the President of El Salvador to return the man wrongly sent to a maximum security prison in his country. It just never happens. The constitutional crisis is here. And we saw it take place inside the Oval Office in a meeting between Donald Trump and the President of El Salvador. Here's the President of El Salvador saying that he will not return a man named Kilmar Abrego Garcia.
Y'all, this is dangerous times. Be vigilant. I'm telling you. Be on top of what is happening. Don't be in denial. The worst thing we can do as U.S. citizens is be in denial. This is happening. Don't be like MAGA in denial and then something happened to you and we don't know where you are. Please be attentive to everything going on around you. Donald Trump is a menace to society. He has been uprooted to destroy this country so we can be his peasants. And I guess we will have to look up to him like he a king. It would never be. God needs to move fast, and you people out there with them pens and his dolls y'all made of him, you need to get to work. Get to work. Come on now. And this is a voter regretting his vote for Donald Trump.
Thought things would change after this administration when we had Mr. Trump in office. Things would change to the better. Things actually changed to the worse.
Well, that Trump supporter just found out exactly what he voted for. That is New Hampshire attorney Bashir Attallah, who said he was returning home from Canada when he was detained at the border without an explanation and treated like a criminal. Yep, you heard that right. This attorney voted for the convicted felon and believed he would make things better. Well, it appears he is now having some second thoughts about his decision. Here's more of his story.
I literally drove my car to Canada for the weekend. And on the way back, I was treated like a criminal.
An unwelcome return home for Bashir Attallah and his wife Jessica on Sunday when they say Customs and Border Patrol officers stopped them at the border between Vermont and Canada.
He asked me, exit the vehicle right now, and he reached for his gun. I said, okay, I'm exiting the vehicle. Keep your gun at your waist.
Just hours before, Attallah celebrated Palm Sunday with his family. Now he was being arrested.
They handcuffed me. They twisted my arm.
It was like a shock for me.
A real estate attorney, Attallah says he's been an American citizen for over 10 years. He immediately started questioning why he was being detained.
Even if he asks questions, they say we don't know, it's the government.
Attallah says CBP agents requested to look into his email on his phone, which he denied them access to because of attorney-client privilege.
So I had to, under duress, give him permission to look through my email, through my privileged information, and he made me write a statement signed by me saying that I gave him permission to look through the email.
After several requests, Attallah says CBP agents called his sister Celine Attallah, who is an immigration attorney.
It started with the immigrants. It's coming to us Americans, and it's gonna go after all of us.
After nearly 5 hours, Attallah says
MAGA,
he
you're
and
not
his
safe
wife
either.
were released. They are now pursuing legal action.
I really thought things would change after this administration, when we had Mr. Trump in office, things would change to the better. Things actually changed to the worse.
Well, that Trump supporter just found.
And he is a Trump supporter. He is part of you, MAGA. So you MAGA people in my chat, you're not safe. One moment, please. You're not safe at all. My allergies acting up. Sorry, you guys. You're not safe. You're no better than my brown skin, my black skin. You're not safe, MAGA. That's one of your people. And he was not safe with his wife trying to come back in the country for Canada. But thank God he has a sister that's an immigration attorney, and he's an attorney as well. Why we got to give y'all our phones? So like I told y'all the other day, when you travel, just have you another phone. Don't take your work phone with you out of the country. Put in there all the numbers that you need from loved ones, work, etc., and take that prepaid phone with you, because they are putting us at risk. And Donald Trump does not care. He doesn't care about us blacks. He doesn't care about the brown. He doesn't care about you white folks, the MAGA. He doesn't care about the other Latinos, the Cubans that look white. Honey, he don't care about you. You white Hispanics, he don't care about you, baby. He only care about himself. And he don't care much about himself eating cheeseburgers every day. And the way y'all running around here wearing those ball caps. Why are you wearing those ball caps when they are made where? In China. In China. That's what he said. In China. Okay. Look what it says. Made in China. China. Made in China. You still gonna wear them ball caps, MAGA? Of course you are. You are so hypnotized by Donald Trump's pissy depends. China. Made in China. China. And that's what your Passion of the Christ says, Donald Trump. China. He's jealous of China. He's jealous that the president over China, he know how to rule his country, and the people are free. We're not free in America. If you have gotten on TikTok a red note, you will learn America, we are captured by a monster in the Oval Office. A man that don't care anything about us, the American people. Nothing about us at all. Hold on.
Just slammed the Department of Justice over the Abrego Garcia case and has ordered 2 weeks of extensive expedited discovery.
Hit the like button,
judge
please.
said cancel all appointments, cancel all vacations. This time it's going to be moving fast. She said that Abrego Garcia's attorneys could seek up to 4 depositions conducted with DHS, ICE, and State Department staffers. There will be requests for production, interrogatories. This is all part of her fact-finding mission to potentially hold the Trump administration in contempt of court by the end of April, and she is not messing around. There will be no delays. She said that every day Abrego Garcia is stuck in the SECOT facility is another day of irreparable harm, and that she seeks to remedy it. It's no longer about whether or not the DOJ is right or not. She found that the DOJ is wrong, and now it's up to find the remedy. I'm going to do a full breakdown of everything you just missed on my Substack, link to my bio, so subscribe for free. Spread the word and follow along, stay up to date on all the
subscribe to Midas Touch Network. Everything that I'm showing you, beautiful people, is fair use, educational purpose, and great for research. I'm going to be honest, in my opinion, I believe a lot of those people that have been sent to El Salvador are no longer alive. The president of El Salvador came here yesterday. He is the president. He could have gone to that prison where Mr. Garcia is and took him out of there because he is the president. That's not smuggling, and Mr. Garcia is not a terrorist. That lets me know that Trump has made a deal with the president over there that's going to be profitable to that president in the prison over there, that he don't mind letting Donald Trump talk him into keeping somebody there. But I'm telling you, my God honest feeling is that man is not alive. I believe a vast majority of those people who were not criminals have been unalive. That's my opinion. I'm not saying it's a fact, But that is my opinion. Because why wouldn't the president of El Salvador bring that man back to America when he came here yesterday? And to lie and say he can't just bring him. Yes, you can. You are the president there. You have control over the people. Yes, you could have. You visited our country and did not bring our brother back. That's what you did. And you're just as grimy as Donald Trump. Donald Trump is a monster, but therefore you're a monster as well. And then this loose lips press secretary with the fake nose. This lady is despicable. That's why I can understand how she ended up working for Donald Trump. After she had a failed political career, she ended up working for Donald Trump. It's believable.
Deporting American citizens to Central American prisons. Is it legal, or do you need to change the law to do it?
Well, it's another question that the president has raised. It's a legal question that the president is looking into. And he talked about this yesterday when with his meeting with President Bukele in the Oval Office. He would only consider this, if legal, for Americans who are the most violent, egregious,
Donald Trump needs to go then.
Who nobody in this room wants
He has
living in their
34 felonies.
Deporting American citizens to Central American
Y'all, Donald Trump and his press secretary, they never make sense to me. Donald Trump has the most felonies I ever have heard of. I've never heard of anyone having 34 felonies. That's because I don't affiliate with criminals. Donald Trump is what? A criminal. So he needs to be put in a cell in El Salvador. Yes, he does. Soon. One moment, please. I love Don Lemon. Y'all subscribe to his YouTube channel, and on Instagram is where I get a lot of great info he gives on Instagram. This is a powerful man.
Trump is not only a liar, he's a criminal, he's a con man, and he is fat.
I second that.
COVID, I gained a lot of weight. I was fat. And I was
no,
like,
Don never been fat.
I looked in the mirror one day. I was like, wow, look at my butt.
He always been skinny.
So if you own your fluffiness, or you say, yeah, I know it, I need to lose a few pounds. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. It happens to everybody. Donald Trump is not only not self-aware, he probably thinks he weighs 224 pounds, right? But I'm talking about people who are not self-aware. Roll the tape, please.
Donald Trump is telling us that he's 6'3", 224 pounds. Can you guys just roll some athletes that are 6'3", 224 pounds, or roughly thereabouts? And I know muscle weighs more than fat, but it doesn't weigh this much more than fat.
Look at that brother. So that
man is beautiful. That black man, oh God, look at that black man. Ooh, that man beautiful.
6'2".
I love dark-skinned men. Jesus.
Let's keep going.
Be a vessel in my heart for this man.
Donald Trump might be lying.
Pathological liar.
Tim Tebow is 245 pounds and he's 6'3". I'm not just pointing it out because I'm like, oh my God, look at him. I'm showing you a psychosis. If you lie about the small things, you lie about everything. That motherfucker is fat.
Yes.
Donald Trump is not only a liar, he's a criminal, he's a con man, and he is fat. For me.
And the thing is, y'all, it's nothing wrong with being fat. It's the point that we have this man that lies about his looks. He talked poorly about women. It don't matter what race. He called Rosie O'Donnell fat, but he fat. I'm going to tell you what I have a problem with. I have friends like that. They plus size, beautiful black women. Some of them are Caucasian, Hispanic, whatever. They will call other people fat and make fun of them, but they're big too. They're beautiful now, don't get me wrong, because black is beautiful. But I don't like people that do that. Donald Trump is bigger than most people on this earth. He's made like a grandmother. But he loves to bash other people. And he looks in the mirror and actually probably think he's attractive. Donnie, listen carefully, because your mother lied to you all your life that you are smart, you are beautiful. You're none of those things. You are kind. You're not kind. Y'all know in the movie Help, that little girl, I love that scene with Viola Davis, excellent actress. Donna, your mother, she lied to you. And that's what mothers do. We must encourage our children. But your mother just lied like it was nothing to you. And you grew up and really thought that you was a prize. You are a demon. This monster right here.
Could we use it for violent criminals, our own violent criminals?
I call them homegrown criminals.
Yes.
I mean, the homegrown.
He's one. Send him away.
Something went wrong and they hit people over the head with a baseball bat. We have, and push people into subways just before the train gets there, like you see happening sometimes.
34 count felon. Send him to El Salvador. Blubber butt. Donald Trump is blubber butt. Donald Trump is the orange man, the orange in the fruit bowl that has molded. That is Donald Trump. Donald Trump is so despicable. A roach and a rat from New York on the New York streets will run from him. And you know those roaches in New York and those big field rats, I call them field rats, but they live in the city of New York, will run up to you. But because Donald Trump is so ugly, the New York rats will run from him. I'm going to show you this and I'm going to read it to you, okay? All right. It says, call me crazy, but I don't think we should spend $92 million on a military parade honoring a draft dodger while a single veteran needs health care, food, or housing they can't afford. America, explain it to me. Why are we being wasteful? Not us. The orange man and his administration. And they talking about we don't have money to help the veterans and taking away food stamps, Medicaid, Medicare, and now they mess with the Social Security. But they got $92 million to have this orange man, blubber butt, a $92 million military parade honoring his birthday. The draft dodger. The man of no substance, Donald J. Trump. Wasteful spending, Elon Musk. Wasteful spending, Dodge. Wasteful spending, Bundy. Bleach blonde, bad body built like Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Some big news right now. Donald Trump is doubling down on the idea of sending American citizens to El Salvador's prisons. He is in a new Fox News interview talking about how he calls them homegrowns and how he wants to send violent criminals in the United States to El Salvador and is actively looking at it. Check this out.
Could we use it for violent criminals, our own violent criminals?
I call them homegrown criminals.
Yes.
I mean, the
homegrowns.
The ones that grew up and something went wrong and they hit people over the head with a baseball bat. We have, and push people into subways just before the train gets there, like you see happening sometimes. We are looking at...
I keep showing y'all videos about that because I want y'all to let it become a subliminal message in your head how severe this is, that we understand that Donald Trump is trying to take us back to 1940-something. And he's in the Hitler stage in his dementia right now. And it's easy for him to be that way because his ancestry. So what do we expect? There's no problem for him to be who he is because it's in his what? Bloodline.
Hey, China, you want to get in a trade war with us? We're going to put over 100% tariff on all of your exported goods. How you like that? All right, cool. Fine by me. Why don't you care? Yeah, your American companies that claim to make everything in America actually just repackage what we manufacture and then charge your American consumer over 1,000%. So we'll just sell directly to them and they'll actually save a lot more money. So thanks for that. Wait, what are you talking about? How? Lululemon charges $100 for a single pair of leggings. They can get the same exact thing from us for $3 to $6. 100% tariff, they're still getting an 80% discount. Wait, but that's not fair. And you don't even want me to get started on your luxury products like Louis Vuitton and Birkenstock that charges $3,000 a bag, where we make it for them for a fraction of the price. And get this, you have a loophole where tariffs don't apply for your Americans that consume under $800. Americans might be able to do that if they knew how to contact the manufacturers. That's the best part. All of us Chinese manufacturers are going on TikTok and telling you Americans exactly where and how to buy their favorite products. Wait, no, don't do that. Don't fight back. Or we're going to show you just exactly how petty we can be. Okay, China, you want to get in a trade war with us? We're going to put over 100% tariff on all of your exported goods. How you like that? All right, cool. Fine by me. Why don't you care? Yeah, your American companies that claim to make everything in America actually just repackage what we manufacture and then charge your American consumer over $1,000.
I love what China has done. China is showing America, I'm bigger than you. Y'all don't know how to make the things we make. You need us. That's what China is saying. And China is right. They make things that we do not make. They're very smart people. We have very educated, smart people here as well. But even down to their children being 1 year old will know things that you and I know. They start teaching their children. But here in America, Donald Trump want to take away what program? Department of Education. He stripped it away to dumb down your children and your grandchildren. And I thank God every day that my daughter is 32 years old. I thank you, Jesus. I thank you. And the way he has stripped funding away from HBCUs and all these other colleges that I mentioned early on at the beginning of the video, I thank you, Jesus, that my daughter was able to go to one of the best colleges here in the state of Georgia, Georgia State University, and graduate before this monster was able to tear down the Department of Education. And what's so beautiful, because she was in the military, yes, God, my daughter's a veteran. The military paid off her debt. That's how powerful God is. And that's why I'm not losing hope that God is not going to step in. Sometimes that long, tiresome waiting, God is going to move in our favor, y'all. We got to believe that. That's the only way we're going to make it through this crisis. Donald Trump is a crisis here in America. He has torn down this country till it's unrecognizable. We have no allies. America is in danger. We're in danger, baby. Wake up, MAGA, wake up. Don't let him keep putting the pins in your face. You getting high and believing everything this man says.
U.S. pays $323 million a year in taxes to China for its Chinese plant. They pay $0 in United States
and we give
taxes
Tesla
for their
money,
operations in the United
Elon
States.
money.
But yet somehow, the
Welfare
single mother
queen.
on food stamps is still the enemy. Tesla pays $323 million a year in taxes to China for its Chinese plant. They pay $0 in United States taxes for their operations in the United States.
Okay. Even our new cabinet has given Elon Musk even more money. He was making what, $8 million a day? Now he has, well, the Social Security people will have to report to X for their Social Security. What is going on here? Jimmy crack corn, and I don't care what the F is going on here. And let me find that video while I'm thinking about it. Yeah, you have to report to X to find out. Okay, God, where did I put that video? I didn't save it. I thought I did. But anyway, you have to report to X to find out about your Social Security. What kind of craziness is that? That's messed up. Uh-oh, hold on.
Bro,
Uh-oh. Just a moment.
Bro, I just paid my taxes. So expensive.
I know, tell me about it.
Oh my God.
What are you doing?
This is the Republican Party. What I told y'all, grinder.
I'm fundraising for re-election and servicing my sugar daddy and lowering his taxes.
You said you were gonna lower our taxes, man.
Sorry, you didn't give me any money. Now, if you'll excuse me,
The
Daddy
Republican
paid for full
Party.
service, and I'm always a good boy for it.
Bro, I just paid my taxes. So expensive.
I know, tell me about it.
Oh my God.
What are you doing?
I'm your Republican congressman. I'm fundraising for re-election and servicing my sugar daddy and lowering his taxes.
You said you were gonna lower our taxes, man.
Sorry, you didn't give me any money. Now, if you'll excuse me, Daddy paid for full service, and I'm always a good boy for it.
We all know what Grindr app is. And we know those Republicans love that good old Grindr app. Those Republican clear people, y'all stay on Grindr app trying to get you some black eggplant. You should be ashamed of yourselves. You get mud on your stick and take it home to your wife. Make your mind up. If you want the black eggplant, be with a black eggplant. Stop going sticking your stick in the mud and taking it home to your wife. And then you toss the salad, go home and kiss your wife. Naughty boy, the Republican Party. MAGA.
Okay, this is not a drill. It's time to impeach and remove Donald Trump from office right now. We are in full-blown authoritarianism. I just finished watching the Oval Office visit from the president of El Salvador. Dan Bondi was there, Marco Rubio, Stephen Miller, jdvance, and they are all fucking lying about the Supreme Court ruling on Kilmer Abrego Garcia. They are lying about him. They are talking about deporting American citizens next. This is the bad place. This is not a fucking drill. So I need everyone to get on the fucking phone with their representatives, their senators, and we need to be louder.
I'm going to be honest, we need to be louder, but being that things have gotten so bad, the representation for us, for our state, is under who? The orange man. There's no purpose in it. I'm going to be honest. Right now, our Supreme Court is under his thumb. Only other way to get under out from under is if God removed the three musketeers and any means necessary. Excuse me, any means necessary. They got to go. I don't know how, but they got to go. Elon Musk, Donald Trump, and jdvance. Because if God removes Donald Trump, you got jdvance, fancy pants, the eyeliner. The one to be giving some head, giving some head. They all like the black eggplant. But they got to go. Donald Trump needs to be sent to El Salvador because he is a criminal. He's a 34-count felony criminal. But in his mind, he has done no wrong. But he has his mugshot in the White House. He look a fool in that mugshot. He reminds me of the one that Elon Musk was saluting from the heart to the air. In this, you know what I mean? Y'all know what I'm talking about. The one with the mustache. Syphilis.
You're reading this correctly. Social Security Administration will now be using X to communicate
this is crazy.
Forward. The Social Security Administration unveiled Thursday that it would be using the social platform X to make announcements going
this
forward
doesn't make
instead
any
of traditional
sense.
press releases or memos typically posted to the agency's website. The agency will be using X to communicate to the press and the public, formerly known as Twitter. Linda Kerr Davis, SSA Midwest Regional Commissioner, told employees in a call on Thursday. This will become our communication mechanism. That literally means that all of those elderly people that are looking for updates about their Social Security benefits have to have a Twitter account to get updates from the Social Security Administration. We're using a social media platform to keep people informed about their Social Security benefits. Do you have any idea how ridiculous that is? You're reading this correctly. Social Security Administration will now be using X.
I would love to hear Leandra right now, the gospel singer, sing that song about, Lord, I need you to help me. Because right now, America, we need help. America in danger.
The reason white people get so upset when black people are celebrated is because they believe we only exist to serve them or entertain them. If we do something within our own community for us that doesn't replicate some form of servitude or involve them at all, they feel left out. In their minds, our only purpose is to exist to serve them in some way. They believe that we should inherently sacrifice our bodies for them and do not see us as human with our own autonomy, our own ideologies, interests, capabilities. This is why Trump brought up the fact that immigrants were taking Black jobs. He and a lot of other white people believe that Black people only exist in America to serve. He doesn't believe that we should be in any leadership positions or any job that serves our own interests or community. The only reason so many people were upset about the halftime show is because it had a much deeper meaning, and that meaning they could not understand. They realized that the entertainment that they think belongs to them was not for them. They think that all entertainment should be accessible to them and about them. They can't fathom how we can do anything other than be a Black body for their enjoyment. This is why they always tell athletes who use their platforms to speak about injustice that they need to just stick to football. We don't want to hear your opinion because they don't value us. They don't see us as human. That is their way of attempting to put us in our place. Do what we want you to do. Entertain us. Use your body to play the sport that you're good at and win me some damn money. Don't even get me started on the way the NFL draft mimics the slave trade. White people know how talented and capable we are. They know how close-knit of a community we have. They know that we don't need them to thrive, but they need us to thrive. If we didn't exist, they wouldn't have anywhere to steal their ideas from. And they wouldn't be able to keep up with the constant demands of life. They expect everyone else to do it for them. A lot of white people only want us if they can profit off of us in some way. Anything that the Black community initiates for ourselves offends them because this idea of white ownership is not at the core of what we do. They hate that even though we have to work 10 times as hard as them to get in some of the same positions of power and influence, we always do the job better than them. Every single time.
Every time.
The reason white people get so upset when Black people are celebrated is because they believe we only exist to serve them or entertain them. If we
Deliver me, Lord. Liana, I need to hear her music right now. Because that lady right there is telling the truth. So I want y'all to remember that. What they see us as. And don't get lost in the sauce and believing that they genuinely care about you. But continue loving them through the love of God. That's all I ask. But be vigilant of what they are, who they are. Don't fool yourselves. Don't. Please don't. One moment.
Hello and welcome to Maniacal MAGA Mondays. All right, y'all. So let's just jump right into it. Okay, now let's address this amazing obsession they have with your homegirl. So let me just tell y'all how slow they are. Like, legitimately, they get
Hit
mad
the
and
like
they
button,
send me these
please.
emails and be like, you called us stupid. We're not stupid. And I just be like, yeah, okay. Really, they've got some Black man out here doing a video and he's like, Jasmine Crockett has been removed from Congress. Another interesting thing happened. I received an email from someone who was so mad about me and the Democrats that they were like, me and my whole family went out and bought Teslas. I can't imagine being so pissed off at some people I've never met to the extent that I am going to make a multi-year commitment to a trashy Tesla. And finally, these fools think that people are not smart enough to know that anybody can file anything that they want to do. And, well, I mean, at the end of the day, you'll just kind of find out whether or not you're successful. But as we await these campaign finance reports to drop, which they are due on the 15th, and we will see how everyone's first quarter went, We have received an FEC complaint stating that I somehow am involved with a conspiracy to get $600. Not 6,000, not 600,000, not 6 million, but 600. I'ma just ask y'all to look at my campaign finance report that will drop tomorrow. And you tell me who in their right mind would be like, oh yeah, let me work on a conspiracy to get $600. Like, y'all, these people are straight up clowns who legitimately think that they are going to go around and punk everybody. And granted, that may be what has worked in the past. And one of the reasons they get so frustrated with me is that I'm not going to allow you to play me. Like, I'm just not the one. Like, go play with your mammy, go play with your grandmammy, but don't play with me. So y'all can keep trying to go. Also, I'm inviting all the MAGAs to come to my district and campaign. Let me know how that works out for you. In all seriousness, I just want us to get to the point that we can be engaged in serious discourse around things such as facts and not lies, fiction, and nefarious bullshit, but like facts. Facts are Donald Trump was convicted of a jury of his peers. There was no big conspiracy. Literally, he was indicted in 4 different jurisdictions by jurors of, like, by juries of his peers. And ultimately, the only conspiracy that we saw is that, yeah, he never had to face justice, because every time he did end up in front of a jury, whether it was criminal or civil, he always lost. The only other facts that we are facing is that we are continuously seeing planes falling out of the sky, and no one is talking about the incompetence over at the Department of Transportation that is endangering all of our lives that don't necessarily have D, R, or I attached to them, but American lives. What we are seeing right now is that we have incompetence that has shown up in the form of fealty, to the extent that now we are engaged in full-blown trade wars because people don't even understand what the purpose of a tariff is. It is to make sure that you can limit the dollars that are going, say, to somewhere like Russia, like we did before, because why would we want to encourage people to buy things that we get from Russia while at the same time we are trying to help out the people who were invaded by Russia? That seems crazy, to be paying money on both sides, right? So that's how you're really supposed to use tariffs. They're supposed to be used strategically. And when they use the thing, when they say trade war, that is because literally there is a bit of like warring aspect to it. There actually may be a war that is attached to it, but like we usually don't associate that with our neighbors and allies, our friends, which I call them neighbors and allies because our neighbors above and below us have historically been our allies. And so you don't go and decide that you're going to fight with them because we technically are on the same team. But right now we don't know which team is the right team to be on.
Thank you, Queen Victorious One. Thank you.
All over to people that are supposed to be our friends for no strategic reasons at all, except for to make people believe that this was about bringing American jobs back to America. But the reality is that there are jobs that Americans just don't do at this point in time. And at the end of the day, we are now hearing from those small businesses that are at risk. And I need you to understand that there's a bigger game at play. This is about making sure that those big corporate guys can go and buy up those small businesses and take away from the competition that they represent. Or when it comes to our farmers, making sure that those family farms disappear in the form of corporate farming taking over. Like, I need y'all to understand that there's a bigger game that's being played, and it's not to the benefit of anybody.
Didn't she preach a sermon, y'all? A powerful message from Queen Jasmine Crockett. We could get it any better from anybody else. But maybe the Obamas. Even maybe VP Kamala Harris. President Kamala Harris. Hit the like button, please. We'll be getting out of here soon. Thank you all.
Trump administration wants to start deporting American citizens, and Kilmar Garcia is the test case. I'm going to say it again.
Listen
because
carefully
this
to
isn't
this, y'all.
hyperbole. Trump
It don't matter what race
wants
you
the
are.
power
Listen.
to deport American citizens, and Kilmar Garcia is the test case. Kilmar Garcia was mistakenly deported to El Salvador's mega prison despite being under legal protection in the U.S. since 2019. A federal judge ordered Trump administration's DHS to bring him back. The Trump administration itself said no. Subsequently, the Supreme Court ruled that the Trump administration has to facilitate Kilmar Garcia's return to the U.S. Now, the Trump administration is dragging its feet, saying they don't take this order from the Supreme Court as an actual requirement. They think they're above the law. They think they can get away with it. And I'll give you 3 things about it. Thing number 1, this is a test case to deport U.S. citizens and anyone Trump doesn't like. This isn't just about undocumented immigrants. The Trump administration is laying the groundwork to strip due process protections from anyone they consider a threat. The government is fighting tooth and nail to fight the return of Kilmar Garcia to the United States, because if they do return him, they have lost the base of their argument. And they are trying to make the argument that they can deport anyone at any time, despite their legal status, just because they consider them a threat. That's the slipperiest of slopes.
Donald Trump is a threat to America.
What's to stop them from deporting their political rivals or protesters or you? Thing number 2, if they return him, Kilmar Garcia news stories are going to flood the airwaves for months. And that's the last thing the Trump administration wants. Trump doesn't want the visuals of a wrongly deported man being escorted off a plane with shackles and PTSD. That's a political nightmare, and also a story that cuts through the noise. Because yes, it's about immigration, but also about the state kidnapping a man off the streets and wrongfully deporting him to a gang-infested prison. That image is why they're stalling. They can't afford the optics. Thing number 3, this is the constitutional crisis people have been warning you about. The executive branch of the government is openly defying a Supreme Court order. They are arguing that the president can ignore the judiciary when it comes to immigration or foreign affairs. That's the clinical definition of a dictatorship. We'll definitely keep following this story, but as always, like, follow, and share. And go ahead and click the link in my bio and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Major League TV.
Subscribe to Major League TV on YouTube, Instagram, the TikTok, which they're going to take that away because they are mad that TikTok has educated us on levels that we didn't even expect to be happening. And I love TikTok for that. So I'm going to show you something, and then I'm going to read it to you. And we're going to be getting out of here, okay? Look at that face. That is not a face to die for. That is a face you run from. That is a face that Melania Trump do not want touching her nor kiss her. A monster. Trump announces he's raising prescription drug prices. Donald Trump told the National Republican Congressional Committee this week that he will soon be implementing tariffs on prescription drugs that are produced overseas. This means that the already astronomical cost of pharmaceuticals is going to climb, putting American lives at risk as people won't be able to afford the life-saving medications. Trump is a madman who appears hell-bent on destroying everything he touches. This man is so miserable that he's in a marriage where his wife will not lay down on her back and service him. He is miserable because he has a wife that will not even let him kiss her. The thought of him kiss her makes her skin crawl. This man is a sick menace to society, and he has endangered the American people of his presence. And I'm going to leave it as that. Again, if you would like to purchase a lipstick that I have on, which I have over 20 shades of lipstick, this is actually from the lip gloss duo collection. This is my lipstick brand, the Red Lipstick Hustler. And this particular shade is Prim and Proper that I have on. The lip gloss is on that end, and the lipstick is at the top. I think it comes in about 6 different shades. which is selling quick. So if you want to get it, go ahead and go on my website. The link is in my description. My website is iamlillieyoung.com. My Queen Victoria's one, my moderators have been putting my website link in the comments. So check it out. Go to iamlillieyoung.com. That is my website. And get you some. This is Prim and Proper that I have on. Get you some. You won't regret it. Prim and Proper. The Red Lipstick Hustler. And also, before we leave up out of here, I'm going to show you Queen Lillie Hair Growth Oil. This is my hair growth oil. It is organic. It comes in 2 different kinds, original and edges. So if you want to aim for healthy hair, get you some. The ingredients are organic. You won't regret it. Queen Lillie Hair Growth Oil comes in 2 different kinds, and it comes in 1 ounce and 2 ounce bottles. I'm going to leave y'all with this. Stay vigilant. Stay woke. Don't fall asleep on what's going on. And do not let it depress you, because I'm not going to lie to you. I like to be honest on my channel. Talking about Donald Trump, I'm not going to lie. It drains me so bad. But then sometimes I feel like, well, God, I may have to pull away from this because it's a bit too much. But then I think about, a lot of times I'm giving y'all news that you don't get with anybody else. I give y'all news that you don't get, like, for example, text messages that get released. Y'all might not get that from anywhere else. And a lot of people are afraid to speak up on Donald Trump. I'm not afraid. I'm 51 years old, and I'm already with my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. So that's why I'm mainly not afraid. I know where my soul will go when I leave this earth. I just want y'all to stay vigilant. And I love everybody, from white, brown, black, everybody. But I will not lie to y'all. I like to be honest. I have to embrace my black and brown people, because they are in more danger than white people. It's a fact. So when I'm on here and I'm supporting my people to the fullest, don't get offended. We have to do that. As a black woman, it is my duty and my job to my people and to my Lord and Savior to protect my people and allow them to know what is going on, so they can be aware of what the oppressors are doing. What the oppressors from the White House is doing to the American people. Black and brown people are targeted every day under this administration, and it's not getting better. We are in danger in this country more than anybody. So yes, I'm going to get on here and rally for my people more than ever. And if I didn't, I would be a foolish woman to have a platform and not inform my people of what is happening. I love all of y'all. Again, MAGA, I'm not crazy about you, but I can't hate you because I can't get to heaven. I'm not crazy about you, but I don't hate you. I may get a little drench of hate coming on, but I have to pray about it and God removes it. Because I start feeling that way about Donald Trump, and God has to remove that. I'm not in favor of Donald Trump, nor do I care for that monster. So why, monster? Why do you exist? Why, monster? I love y'all. Be vigilant. Stay aware. Don't let Donald Trump take you down. I see y'all tomorrow. I love you. Bye.